Why do we get sick in the first place? I'm going to show you a couple ways to strengthen your immunity, which is what you need to not get sick. I'm a doctor of dental surgery, and I didn't always have good immunity. I mean, I thought I was doing the right things, but apparently I wasn't doing the right things. I went to my cousin's birthday party, okay? It was this great party. There was cookies, there was cake. I had some drinks beforehand, had a great date, and it was kicking, it was packed. Everyone got sick at that party, okay? Everyone got COVID at that party. There was probably a couple exceptions of people. I think I maybe had an aunt that wasn't sick. Yeah, she said, I was fine. But everybody else besides my aunt, like the 100 some odd people, everybody got COVID. And I feel like I know why now. I feel like I know why, okay? It was the holiday time. I just got out of my rhythm. I got out of my bag. I definitely was dehydrated. I was still eating a bunch of gluten stuff. I was not getting rest because I was hanging out late night, kicking it. And apparently, you need to sleep, apparently. Apparently, you need to be hydrated so that all of your cells can communicate with each other and not get sick. Immunity is everything. Even when you get sick, how you stand with your level of immunity is how sick you're gonna get. So yeah, I got sick at the party and my immunity was really low, so I kind of really got sick. But then there was other people that got sick at the party, and some of them were just kind of sick, and some people were like really sick. So the deciding factor absolutely is immunity. So let's talk about ways to level up your immunity. So what you eat can enhance your immunity. And in a minute, I'm gonna talk about a couple foods that are really great to help you with your immunity. But first, I wanna talk about the reason why food can either boost or diminish your immunity. For example, sugar, super inflammatory. It is what the bad bacteria wants you to do so that they can grow. It's pizza, it's bread, it's gluten. It's all of those things that are just super delicious. Donuts. Yes, the bad bacteria calls out for them. It actually phones you up. It sends you a text message in your head. You could barely read it because it's from bacteria, but somehow your body understands the message. And it's just like, I want a pizza now. I just want some pizza. I don't know why. And almost nothing can stop you from getting the pizza. You're being controlled by the bad bacteria, and the bad bacteria that you've let overgrow a little bit but from not staying on your program now is calling you to do some things so that it can get better. So your nutrition is crucial for your immunity, right? And nutrition includes proper hydration, water. I say eat what your blood type is, or at least know what your blood type is. You still got to get your zinc, vitamin D. You can get that in a pill form or from the sun. You got to get your vitamin E, and you got to get your vitamin A. You got to definitely supplement for your immunity and what you ingest. Your nutrition is everything. All right, so the two foods that you can eat that can boost your immunity. First one, garlic. So good for you, okay? And how about this? It's anti-inflammatory. And it's really inflammation that causes a scene in our bodies that the bad bacteria can thrive and make us sick. And the other food is cayenne. All right, so cayenne pepper. First of all, it's got vitamin C in it, which is great for your immunity, all right? It also helps with antibody synthesis in the presence of pathogens. So there's a bad bug over there, you got some cayenne pepper in there, it stimulates your cells to make antibiotics, natural antibiotics, to fight whatever's going on. If you guys stay tuned to the end of the video, I'm going to show you how I put those two ingredients together with a couple other things so you can boost your own immunity. Next, let's talk about sleep. Now, did you know that sleep can directly affect your defense immunity? Did you know this? All right, well, if you didn't, now you do. If you don't know, now you know. And I'm telling you, you guys just we all have to get good sleep. 7 to 8 hours, cool, dark room, no television at night, heavy blankets. If you want to tell yourself an amazing story, record something for yourself and play that in the room, but don't play the television, all right? And this sleep should be super high quality. Now, During our sleep, our body goes through repair and recovery. And it takes about an hour and 40 minutes, hour and 30 minutes for each system to be managed or to be thought about. So the respiratory system gets some time, the digestive system gets time, your liver and your kidneys get time. So you want to make sure that each system gets its time during your sleep cycles. And each one of them has a part of the cycle, so that's why you want to get a nice night's sleep. You don't want to drink anything or right before you go to sleep, because you don't want to have to wake up and go to the bathroom, possibly breaking one of the cycles, and like your lungs don't get all of the rejuvenation that they needed to get. I mean, this is how important sleep is, okay? So you know how in the springtime, which is a beautiful season, somebody creeps into your house in the middle of the night and pushes the clocks forward, okay? The clocks go up. Right? When the clocks go up and you don't get that extra hour or that regular hour, whatever, the stolen hour of sleep, give it back, right? Do you know that the amount of heart attacks go up by 24%? Okay, that's how important sleep is. You're missing an hour of sleep, and 24% of people that were about to have heart attacks, maybe they needed some sleep, wouldn't get a heart attack, they got a heart attack. 24% more. And how about this? When the clocks fall back, which is really my zone, that's my vibe right there, 21% of people get less heart attacks. Now, that is just how important sleep is. Exercise is amazing. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, so how does exercise even relate to my ability to fight a cold, an infection? Well, exercise, right? Okay, well, exercise is good because when you put your body under strain, duress, stress, okay, you actually strengthen your immune cells, okay? Now, when you lift weights, that stimulates right down to the bones, which is where a lot of immune cells are made, down in the bones also. So when you stimulate that area, the bones are able to create fighting cells, should you need fighting cells. And then when you're doing things like cardio, not strength training, but cardio, that's gonna help your heart rate, which helps move your fluid around your body, which helps wash things away that don't need to be there. So, and of course it strengthens your heart, right? Which is so good for you. So yes, strength and cardio conditioning help your immunity. Here's a fun little heart fact, okay? Here's a heart fact, all right? So there's a study done, right? In 50-year-olds. 2 years of aerobic activity, okay? 2 years in a row, doing it consistently for 2 years, guys, okay? You're in there, all right? It reduced the age of their heart by 20 years. If you don't do enough activities, your heart actually becomes less flexible, less plastic. It becomes a little bit more stiff as we get older. And I've even heard younger people than me say, "Oh, doc, you don't know what it's like getting older." I'm like, wait, I'm older than you. And then I have to berate them. Then I have to berate them because they're not doing the right thing, okay? But you can feel it though when you're not exercising. So exercise is super crucial for quality of life and high immune system. So the way that you think and the way that you feel actually can help your immunity. Now, I'm reading this book called Creative Visualization. And this book is basically get yourself calmed down, visualize the life that you want to see, stop that, get up, and do it. That's really what it is, basically, what it is to me, right? And your mindfulness behavior can actually improve your immunity. So things like having a good attitude, having gratitude, forgiving people for people that have messed you over. People have messed me over sometimes, they have. I forgive them. I don't mess with them no more, but I forgive them. I totally forgive them, right? And meditation, what a great tool to help you center yourself before you present yourself to the rest of the world. Center yourself in the universe so you can really see some things. Everything slows down for me when I meditate so that I can make the better decisions, or I feel like I have more time to make the decisions, because that is Crucial, all right? Our minds create everything. Thoughts are things. Make sure that you put good things in you so that you have good things coming out of you. Man, so some people don't like to be too extreme, but sometimes you gotta get too hot and sometimes you gotta get too cold, all right? So ice cold, super hot, all right? So saunas and cold plunges are actually amazing for your immunity because they stimulate this organelle that we have in every cell in every part of our body called the mitochondria. And the mitochondria actually has its own DNA. So actually it's bacteria that we live with that is in every single cell of our body, and it wants to live. When you do these extreme behaviors to it, super hot for a little while, super cold for a little while, the mitochondria is like, what is this guy doing? What are they doing? So what it does is it makes some commands, it makes some demands of the rest of the mitochondria, and itself, right? It says, yo, if this extreme behavior is going on, we don't want to die. We can't have the host die because that means that we go. So we're going to have to tighten up. We're going to have to build more brown fat cells, and we're going to have to build more heat shock proteins so that we can live longer, so that when they do this extreme behavior, hot, cold, for any amount of time, we can absolutely survive it. And in that pressure, that stress that you put your body through, it actually strengthens your immune system. Fun fact about the sauna, it reduces all-cause mortality by 40%. What? Sometimes you gotta detox those toxins out of you. Detox happens if you're doing what you need to do by way of bowel movement, sweating, and also fasting. So when you fast, you don't give your body any more food. You let the stomach empty. Small intestines, large intestines are empty. And now you get hungry. You get a little snackish, a little peckish, right? And your body starts snacking and pecking on you. So you can lose fat. It says, hey, you know what? That cell right there doesn't look so good, but it looks delicious. So let's just eat it, right? So basically, your body goes through this process of self-eating. And when it self-eats, it's eating actually bad stuff. The stuff that you don't need, the waste that you don't need, and that is actually really good for your immunity. So that's about all I really needed to say about boosting your immunity, okay? Guys, get it together. It's out there. It's still out there. They say that there's another wave coming, another something coming. And how are you going to prepare for it? This is how you prepare for it, okay? Food, sleep, exercise, detoxification, and mindfulness behavior. Like and subscribe. Oh, before I go, I told you that I was going to show you how, or I was going to put those ingredients together, cayenne pepper and garlic. So if you want to see how to make this formula to boost your immune system, well then, all you got to do is watch this video right here.